What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Code Geass. Now for all of you who don't know the series, it's about time you get on that because my boy Lelouch was packing heat. That eyeball was doing damage on mans. Without further ado, let's get it. Code Geass is the popular mech anime that ran in Japan from 2006 to 2008. It aired in the US the following year from 2008 until 2009. Code Geass has two seasons, R1 and R2. The story follows Lelouch v. Britannia, a royal prince who was exiled to Japan, Area 11 in the show, as a hostage after the death of his mother. Here, he swears vengeance on his former kingdom, and the rest of the show is about his journey getting there. As an additional motivation, he wants to make a world where his disabled sister Nunally can find happiness. Season 1, or R1 as it's known in the anime, focuses around Lelouch meeting a mysterious woman named CC, who grants him the power of Geass. This power lets him issue any one command to anyone that cannot be disobeyed. Using this power and his own intellect, Lelouch slowly but steadily carves out a resistance group in Japan known as the Black Knights, under the guise of Zero. The Black Knights slowly rise in power until they attack Tokyo. Here, Lelouch is eventually caught and he has his memories erased. Season 2, R2, starts 1 year later. Lelouch is now living as a normal student, and now that he does not have any memories of being Zero, he no longer uses the power of Geass. Once he regains his memories, he once again pursues the same goals that he had in R1, except this time, he ultimately does defeat the Emperor, otherwise known as his father, before defeating his main rival, his brother, Sneasel. This man sounds like Smeagol. This man was ugly, dog. Listen to that name, Sneasel. Stop that. Once that is done, Lelouch aims to end all warfare, partly out of guilt for having caused so much of it. He becomes the evil emperor he hated, forcing the entire world to band together to destroy him. He then ends up having himself killed, taking the hatred of the world along with him. This plan is largely a success, though the truth of it is largely known only to a handful of people, and thus, true peace can be recognized. Now, there's four main characters besides Lelouch himself. The first of them is CC, a mysterious immortal witch who grants him the power of Geass, for reasons that are equally as unknown. She serves as Lelouch's main love interest throughout the show. Next, there's Nunally, the little sister of Lelouch that he does everything for. While starting out as a relatively minor character, he becomes a major player in R2 once she has to confront all of the things that Lelouch has done in her name. Then she serves as one of the main real and thematic roadblocks in Lelouch's plans to creating a better world. Finally, there is Suzaku, Lelouch's childhood best friend who does not want to destroy things like Lelouch wants to, but instead wants to change them from the inside. Much of the series is about analyzing the differences between him and Lelouch's ideologies, and of them coming to a sort of middle ground near the end. Lastly, there's Callan, a girl who is half Britannian and half Japanese. Upon siding with the Japanese part of her, she has to wrestle with the morality of war she and the Black Knights embark on. She is Lelouch's second main love interest throughout the show. Now, looking back on this, there were many themes throughout the show, but I think one of them was the dichotomy between light and darkness. Particularly when we look at Lelouch and Suzaku's relationship, Lelouch goes throughout the series, and at first, it's actually unknown and comes as a surprise to the audience that he is the son of the king that he hates so much, and really part of the royal family, part of their bloodline. But eventually, in becoming Zero and building up this whole faction of characters that are able to help support him in achieving his goals, the power of Geass just becomes too tempting to use. Lelouch is literally able to look at someone, say a command, and for example, get a bunch of officers to shoot each other when he begins testing it out for the first time, getting someone from school to follow him or do his homework. But something about Geass is that he's not the only one with this power. And it turns out that there are a number of different enemies who actually also have the power of Geass that he has to defeat. But when we look at his relationship with Suzaku, the power of Geass actually came in handy. As Suzaku was about to die, Lelouch commands him not to die. And this makes him inevitably immortal. He's able to dodge a number of different scenarios, and by the end, it's him who is able to kill Lelouch, ultimately uniting the people of Britannia and Japan. This show was extremely well thought out, super methodical, and really had an emphasis on the whole chess while you're playing checkers expression, because Lelouch was like 10 steps ahead of everybody. Even down to his damn costume, people were trying to figure out who the hell is this guy, but they really couldn't, well, unless he revealed his identity to them. And the whole mystical aspect with CC and that gate of that other realm behind the door that they were able to enter into was also a very cool touch. Ultimately, I think that I'd have to give Code Geass an A+, because it's one of the best anime stories of a very short-lived anime in years. And that's why I think you should really go check it out if you haven't seen it. So, thanks for watching today, guys. And before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss another video. Until next time, peace.